Good afternoon, everybody. It is January 18th, 2022, and tonight we are going to be doing maybe only 30 minutes to an hour. We're going to be watching the sunset here in North, and we're going to be briefly going over the Microsoft Activision Blizzard acquisition. It was almost a $70 billion all-cash deal, which I think will allow Microsoft to position itself quite well for a major push in the metaverse. So as of right now, we are in the beautiful North Beach in Miami, very close to Sunny Isles Beach if you look straight ahead. Hey, I see Maya's here. What's up, Maya? Vinny Castellano, Two Wheel Pines. Good to see everybody. Otto is here. Sanjib, NNB 045. Lady O is here. Sally and Joey. Good evening, everybody. Soho guys, this is Tom, the man, the myth, and the legend. What's up, Soho? So I just want to warn everybody that we may be buffering a little bit because this is not the best location for streaming. It probably doesn't have the best cellular coverage, so I apologize once again if we buffer, but it was a crazy day on Wall Street. Indices really got clocked, more so specifically NASDAQ, and growth stocks continue to sell off. And I did send out the Behind the Street newsletter, so feel free to check that out. Vinny Castellanos here, so stocks got rocked today. Yeah, they did. I put 2 price targets on the Behind the Street newsletter for you guys that I'm expecting for the NASDAQ and the S&P 500. Hey, Anonymous Dudes, says yes, it is sunset time. Hopefully we'll catch another beautiful sunset here. If you look forward, that is Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, all the way up there. Hey, Chris is here. What's up, Chris? Hope your foot is healing well. I see Salad and Sally. It says beautiful view, Tom. And I see Jared. What's up, Jared? Lena Sandoval says hello, Tom, and everybody. How you doing? I'm doing really, really great. Hey, Shop by Scott says, what's up, Tom? Are you headed up this way? I'm not sure about that, Scott, because in coverage here in North Beach, Miami, very close to 72nd Street over here. Samantha J, hope you're well. Good to see you. Hey, Ken Kramer says, hey, big sell-off. Good to see you, Ken. Crazy day today on Wall Street. We had the vast majority of the big banks reporting earnings, which is good. But I would really, really hope that the NASDAQ sells off to about 14,100, and that's about the levels we saw back in April of 2021. And I put some key price levels on the Behind the Street newsletter for everybody to check out. Hey, Debbie L says, hi, Tom, watching from Northern California. What's up, Debbie? Good to see everybody. Beautiful day here in Miami, but quite cold. Samantha J is here. Jared, what's going on? Hey, Carolina Tom says the market opportunities are coming soon. Carolina Tom, I agree. I think if we get a broad-based indice sell-off of 15%, I think there's going to be an unbelievable amount of opportunities to really buy the dip. I do not think this bull cycle is over yet. And if history tells us anything, it's that during midterm election cycles, Q1 and Q2 are always negative to flat for stocks. Hey, Murky says, how's the temperature? The water temperature is probably about 77 degrees. Good to see you, Murky. Long time no see, my friend. Hope you're well. Hey, Lorena says, hi, Tom. New fan and subscriber from Toronto. Glad to be here. Hey, Lorena, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. We stream about 5 days a week between Miami, Florida, and New York City. I would love to get back to Toronto. It's one of my favorite cities, but you know, the lockdown has been quite crazy. But thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Oliviera says, hi Tom, how are you today? I'm doing really, really well. Eddie says, hi Tom, good vibes. Mike Simmons says, SoFi up 14% after hours. What's up, Mike? Hope you had a good day. Hope everybody had a good Tuesday. Thrace is here, Dallas is here. And hopefully we will see another beautiful sunset. Anonymous dude 123 says, Tom, you have beaten the Smurfs to become my favorite show. Thank you, Anonymous dude. Check out these. Will. Good to see you, my friend. Hey, Francisco is here, says Tom, how are you? What's up, Francisco? NNB 045 says, Tom, if you were on a West Coast beach, the sunset would have been right on the water. That would also have been cool to watch. Ooh, I know, you're right. You are right. So let's test out the internet connection tonight on the stream. I want to see if North Beaches were able to stream. We're usually not because it's really not that good. Hey, Eddie's here. What's up, Eddie? Good to see you. Brandy says, I have not checked either of my portfolios today. Mar is here, says, hi Tom. What's up, Mar? Good to see you. Check out these planes overhead here. Hey, Ron TV says, Tom, have you tried surfing? So I have on Long Island, but it didn't really work out too well for me. So did anybody hear about the news that Microsoft is going to be acquiring Activation Blizzard for about $70 million all cash. And I think this is going to set Microsoft up to be in a very, very good position for the metaverse as it tries to compete with Meta, which is a parent company of Facebook. And one of the things I wanted to comment on that is there's been a lot of talent turnover at Microsoft. So Mark Zuckerberg and his team have really been prying away a lot of talent from Microsoft. So I think this acquisition of Activation Blizzard will really propel them and put them in a really good position to take hold and grow their operations as they expand into the metaverse. Yeah, Joey says big purchase, billion. Yes, Joey, you're right. Yeah, I'm actually shivering out here in southern Florida. It's like 63 degrees on the beach. It's cold. Hey, Penelope's here. Says hello, Tom and everybody. You were buffering a bit earlier, but seems to be okay now. Yeah, we're just testing out the stream tonight in North Beach because it usually is not very good for streaming here. The buffering is no good. Internet service is no good. Hey, Steve says, hey Tom, you need to do a Key West sunset. We definitely do. I got to get out there. I really, really have to get out to Key West. Yeah, Murky says cold 2 weeks and then back to warmth. What's up, Murky? Good to see you. Lady O. I know. It was kind of freezing today, not gonna lie, in southern Florida. Yeah, Goldman Sachs got hit. Pretty much the major suite of banking stocks took a pretty big hit. I think that the indices need to come down a little bit. I'm watching that 14,100 level on the NASDAQ. And I think that if we can sell off in Q1 and Q2, I think Q3 and Q4 is going to shape up to be really, really good. Hey, Zilch, thank you so much for the $5 donation, Zilch. Appreciate you very much, and hopefully you're enjoying the sunset. Thank you for the support. Hey, GGNYC is here. It says, good evening, everybody. Good evening, GGNYC. Good to see you. But I think that was a fantastic acquisition for Microsoft to buy Activation Blizzard, because not only, I think it's a two-faceted deal, and that's why I think it's really good, because in order for developers to want to come and work at your company, it needs to be a friendly environment to build products and services for the metaverse. And I think that Microsoft acquiring Activation Blizzard will really do a deep push to different gaming and reality. So I think it's a fantastic acquisition, and I own Microsoft shares in my personal account and my retirement account, and I'm very bullish on Microsoft over the next coming years, especially as they build out their Azure unit. Hey Chris, thank you so much for the $10 donation, Chris. Very much appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the channel. Appreciate you, Chris, and hopefully your foot heals up. Hey, Sabrina Fair says, hi Tom, another day in paradise, I see. Good to see you, Sabrina Fair. Hope everybody had a good Tuesday. Bernie Williams is here, says freezing, it's 35 degrees Fahrenheit or 2 degrees Celsius now. That's what I call warm in the UK. Yeah, we're a little bit spoiled here in southern Florida, for sure. For sure. James Brumley says, let's go to a nightclub. What's up, James? Good to see you. Bernie Williams, good to see you. Chris L says, good night, Tom. How are you? Chris Dallas is here. Good to see you, Dallas. An anonymous dude, 123. Penelope says, it may really get cold for you in Miami on Sunday as well. About a couple more days of really cold weather here in Miami, but I will be flying back to New York City. Unfortunately, I know, unfortunately, I will be flying back to New York City on Saturday, and I have to stay for about 5 or 6 days next week in New York for some business meetings. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to stream, but I'll try to do my best, I promise. Hey, Judy D says, look and see if there are any shells on the beach. We'll check it out. But usually it's, here in Miami, it's very, very flat, white sandy beaches. Hey, Ren 10 says, Tom, I finally made it early. Good to see you, Ren 10. Hopefully you're enjoying the sunset as we watch the sunset by the water here. Hey, War Walker, good to see you. Murky says, Wall Street Skate Bro, you got experience in opening a business. Do you have a state you recommend for opening one? Yeah, so it really just depends on the type of business structure that you want to do. You know, if you're actually selling products and services, it's different than if you're just owning real estate and you just want to create a basic LLC for your rental properties. If you create an S corporation, you know, it really just depends. You know, usually the vast majority of businesses that are created now, if you're actually selling products and services, is they create it in S corporations. But I incorporated in New York. It's really not that big of a deal where you incorporate. Many people say to incorporate in a place like Delaware, but it really doesn't matter in my experience too much. James Brumley says, a state with no income tax. Yeah, so I mean, it doesn't matter where you incorporate, right? So, for example, I incorporated in New York, so I am an S corporation in New York. But now that I've relocated to Florida, I no longer have to pay that New York State income tax. Hey, EBITDA's here. What's up, EBITDA? Good to see you. Says today was brutal for the market. How did you hold up, Tom? I held it pretty good. You know, I'm not selling any of my positions. I have a little bit of cash, but EBITDA, I sent out the Behind the Street newsletter last night, and I have 2 price targets, one for the NASDAQ, the other for the S&P, and I sort of outlined that if we look throughout history, this is a midterm election year, and 9 times out of 10 during Q1 and Q4 during a midterm election cycle, stocks are either flat to down, and then usually in Q3 and Q4 that's when we start to ramp up and have some positive action. So I think there will be opportunities to be had, but EBITDA, I'm sure you saw the unbelievable acquisition news today on the street. Microsoft will be acquiring Activision Blizzard in a $70 billion deal, which I think is going to propel them really, really good in Atlassian. EBITDA says, didn't you say that you have a large position in Atlassian? Do you protect with covered calls or just ride things out? Yeah, so once I had a whopper position in Atlassian, but during the tech sell-off, once Atlassian crashed through its 50-day moving average on higher than normal volume, I reduced my exposure and took a lot of profits. So I still have a core position in Atlassian for the long term, but I pretty much have all of my original investment off the table now. So the only 2 stocks I sold last year was Atlassian because the position grew to a larger position in my portfolio than I would have liked. And number 2, I sold Alibaba for tax loss selling last year. Hey, James Brumley says Activision Blizzard ruined the World of Warcraft in my opinion. Too many releases. Hey, Juan Suarez, good to see you. Lady O says nice view. EBITDA says, yeah, this is a monster deal. Hopefully the FTC lets it go through. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was thinking too, but you know, also what I think is that Microsoft is really in bed with the government, so I don't think there's going to be any sort of debate with that. Sabrina Fair says, you held Alibaba stock. Trip. Yeah, I was pretty bullish on Alibaba, but you know, that was one of my worst trades, I think, of the year. But then again, if you're running a long-short portfolio, you know, even the greatest investors of all time, you're only really right about 30% of the time. So what you want to do is when you have a big winner, like for example, my position in Atlassian, you know, I've held that for many years. You know, you really want to let that run and give it room. But your losers, you got to cut ties with it. You can't really have any emotional attachment to your positions. Hey, Marjan Worldwide is here. What's up, Marjan? Good to see you. Hey, Chris Hansen says, not sure if there are any government... What's up, Chris? Sarah G is here. What's up, Sarah? Hi, Revis says, I love the sound of the ocean waves. It is good for the mind. Agreed. Hi, Revis. I hope you had a great day today. Hey, Lupe. Good to see you. Lupe is joining us from the beautiful Oklahoma. EBITDA says, Walks in Wall Street, how can I sign up for your newsletter? I would love to check it out. So EBITDA, if you type !news, N-E-W-S, in the chat, the Nightbot will drop a link to the Behind the Street newsletter. And also, if you go to my YouTube community page, I post the Behind the Street newsletter, but only a sample of it because YouTube will not let me post the whole thing because it is too long. But we actually have 300 people now subscribed to the Behind the Street newsletter. So I want to say thank you guys. That is so amazing that you would take the time out of your day to read my work. It really means a lot to me. I put a lot of effort into it. So I just want to say thank you to everybody. So the Nightbot says sign up here, free Behind the Street newsletter. If you click that, you can just punch in your email and you'll be good. Hey, Sarah G is here, says hello, Tom. So I'll turn around and I'll show everybody Sunny Isles Beach, Florida. If you see all of these buildings here, this is Sunny Isles Beach. Beach. James Brumley says, Tom, you should consider being a weatherman. Do you know what's funny? I don't think I've ever told anybody this, but my dream job is actually a meteorologist. Did I tell anybody that? Hey, I think we see Shot by Scott on the horizon there. What's up, Scott? Let me see if my camera is out of focus. Let's see. GGNYC says, really? I never knew that. Yeah, when it gets dark, the camera gets out of focus. EBITDA has just signed up, looking forward to checking it out. Yeah, EBITDA, so I have an archive of all of the newsletters I've ever written. So if you go to that website, you could feel free to go back in the archives and read all the different newsletters. I believe we are on issue number 11 now. But everybody, if you want to get a in-depth, behind-the-scenes look at Miami from a native, Shot by Scott does some streams in Wynwood. I was checking it out today. Beautiful streams by our pal Scott. Hey, Middle Class says, will you be going to any events for Miami Hack this weekend? So I won't, because unfortunately I have to go back to New York. So I won't be here for Miami Hack, unfortunately. Hey, EBITDA, thank you for joining. We will see you in the next one, and hopefully you have a great week at work. To our pal EBITDA. But have a good night, EBITDA. We'll see you in the next one. Ah, Lupe, yeah, because you said you wanted to chase tornadoes when you were younger. I remember that. But Middle Class, good to see you. Penelope, good to see you. The Aviator says, hi, Tom. Streaming early today. Just got out of school. Happy to catch the stream. What's up, The Aviator? We're just checking out the sunset tonight. Quick stream. Ren 10 says, Tom, I got a Barron subscription because of you. Well, that's awesome. I think you're going to learn a lot. You know, I think it's worth it to, you know, at least spend 15 to 20 minutes a weekend just reading, learning something new. Hey, Will P is in the house. Will Pittman, good to see you, Will. Says, hey, Tom, looks picture perfect. It is beautiful tonight. Hold on, I'm going to see if you guys could hear the waves. I'm going to try to get close. On the beach here. Hey, Mark D, good to see you. Ooh, the water is really warm today. Man, it's like bath water. It's crazy. Hey, Pamela is here. It's a beautiful sunset. Welcome, Pamela. Good to see you. Hey, Daryl's here. What's up, Daryl? Hey, Blessed876 is just logging on. Is this South Beach? So this is North Beach. So this is near 72nd Street. Hey, Al J says hi, Tom and everybody. What is up, Al J? So if you look on the horizon that go to the Bahamas, I'm not a big fan of cruises, but they do look beautiful. On vacation in New York. That's awesome. You're going to enjoy New York. You're going to love that. Chris says, do you live close by? I live in North Miami Beach. So it's probably, I would say, a 20-minute bus ride, I'd say, Chris. Hey, sunshine after rain. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Lupe, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate it very much, Lupe. M. Wall says, Tom, did you go swimming on the beach yet? So I did. I was swimming a couple days ago. Hey, Max Run 93 this is another great view. Learning a lot from Mississippi. Keep it up. Hey, Max. Good to see you, Max. Lupe, I appreciate everything you do for the stream. Thank you for the donation, Lupe. You're very, very kind, and I appreciate you very much. D. May says, this is very comforting ASMR sound. Chris says, dang, Tom, didn't pose with the suntan lotion for us. Chris, you're funny, man. NMB045 says, Tom, I'm quoting Bloomberg, Ray Dalio, say thank God oil is pumping during inflation scare. Yeah, I'm not too happy with Ray Dalio as of now. Too bad the moon's not out tonight. But everybody, this is just a test stream tonight. We're testing out the cellular connectivity here in North Beach. But there was some big news, merger and acquisition news on Wall Street today. Microsoft is going to be acquiring Activation Blizzard. And I think that is going to be a very positive acquisition as Microsoft pushes into the metaverse and competes with Meta. And as we know, Meta has been hiring away a lot of the top developers at Microsoft. So I think this is a great acquisition to help keep an environment where developers want to build products and services for the metaverse. Yeah, I'm looking at the moon. There's no moon out because of the clouds. The clouds is too much. Judy Deese is peaceful and romantic. Hey, Juan Suarez is here. What's up, Juan? Marjan Worldwide says the moon is out big on Long Island. It's cold here. I'm shivering. Hey, Linus says Miami is wonderful. NMB045 says, what is the issue with Ray Dalio? You know, I'm just not happy with him right now because, you know, he's making a lot of investments in China and he has a lot of influence there, but in my view, he's not using that influence in a positive light. You know, when he was asked about the situation with, you know, the Chinese government persecuting Muslims, the Uyghur group of the Muslims in China, Ray Dalio's pretty much said, yeah, that's not our problem, and, you know, our goal is to make money, so we're going to invest in China anyway. And in my opinion, you know, you guys know this is a finance channel. I'm all about making money and, you know, being uber capitalist. But there comes a point where, you know, it's not all about, you know, making money at the expense of other people. So, I mean, if I had a multi-billion-dollar hedge fund and I could influence and maybe make a change for the better to prevent the persecution of the Uyghur groups in China, I probably would do that and not just say, hey, you know, it's not my problem. So, you know, a little bit out of character for Ray Dalio, but, you know, we'll see if he changes his tune. Yeah, it's usually pretty busy during the day. The beach, Lupe. Yeah, Sarah G, you're right. I think Ray Dalio just had a really bad PR moment, to be honest. I think he had a really, really bad PR moment. Yeah, Sabrina Fair, you're right. NMB045 says, thanks, Tom. I hope your ethical conscience is a generational shift. So if I walk straight down here, this is the boardwalk, and you guys are going to see the other side of the sunset and the sky's going to look crazy. So let's see if we can walk down this way without buffering too. Going to be a test stream tonight because the service here is not very good here in North Beach. This is right up about 72nd Street. So let's see. We'll just do a quick test here. Yeah, we are on Verizon, but this is not a very weak. Okay, what about here? We buffering here? Hey, Tanya S. Good to see you, Tanya. So this boardwalk here goes all the way down to South Beach and all the way up until, I think they're going to extend it all the way to Sunny Isles Beach. So you can pretty much run for miles here, quite literally. I think about 13 or so miles. Hey Ron, thank you. Thank you, Ron. This is hello, Tom. Thanks for issue number 11. Interesting content. Appreciate it, everybody. Shot by Scott says nothing is worse than my 4G LTE T-Mobile in Wynwood. Scott, I was on your stream today. You were coming in pretty good. RLs is great for skateboarding. Yeah, here is phenomenal for skateboarding, but we haven't done that yet on this channel because I need to test out all the spots first to see if there's any buffering issues. Hey, good to see you, Max. NMB 045 to delay the 5G rollout. Big fight with the aviation committee. They're actively starting to roll it out now. I think it actually started. Okay, we're gonna head downtown. And I think it's going to buffer egregious. It's going to be really, really bad. But we'll check it out. We'll try. But this is Collins Avenue. And I believe, I want to say 76th Street. Sunshine After Rain says, Tom, bring back Wounded Knee. He's going to be coming back on Saturday because I have to make a trip to New York. I may be in New York for about 6 days. I'll try to stream. I'm not sure if I'll be able to. If the stream doesn't buffer, I'll show you guys where I eat my Cuban place every day. But I think we're about to buffer, so just bear with us. Sarah G's is giving it a go. Lena says maybe next time I will go to Miami again. Yeah, I think New York and Miami are both great places. And look, if you're in New York, you just jump on a plane, it's like $50, and you can get to Miami in about 3 hours, which is great. So we're walking southbound on Collins Avenue. This is more of a quiet residential neighborhood. So this isn't as crazy as South Beach or Brickell where we usually are. This is where I come mainly to relax. There's good Cuban food, good Cuban coffee shops here. Hey Jose, what's going on? Anonymous dude, good to see you. I see Sunshine After Rain, Penelope, George Lopez. Good to see everybody. So now we are, so I'll turn around in a second and you're going to be able to see, in my view, what is the greatest burger place I've ever eaten at in my life. So it's right here on 74th Street and Collins Avenue. It's called Burgers and Shakes. If anybody visits Southern Florida, you got to come to Collins Avenue, 74th Street. This place is by far the best burger I've ever had in my life, right here. and then we're going to keep walking down to the left. Is my favorite place for Cuban food. Best Cuban restaurant that I've eaten at so far. And this is a new pizza spot that opened up. Hey, Joey says, I've had burgers from there, so good. Oh, Joey, you've been there. Yeah, that place is my favorite place. That place is awesome, man. Okay, I did a speed test on this corner, Collins Avenue, and it said there was no service, so we may go into a dead zone. So just bear with us. So this is Sazon Cuban Cuisine right here. This is where I always come to eat almost every night. And this place is good too, across the street. Anonymous dude says everybody in Miami is so stylish. So this place is called Sazon Cuban Cuisine. It is right here on the corner of 73rd Street and Collins Avenue. And so far, out of all the ones that I've tried, this is my favorite one right here. And this is the North Beach Band Shell, where they have all concerts and everything like that. So Shop by Scott, have you been to that place? That place right up there? That place is really good. So I think there may be an event here. So this is North Beach, Miami. The North Beach Band Shell. Yeah, if you want a good Cuban sandwich, you got to go to this place right here. That's my favorite spot. Lady O, I saw that you guys got a lot of snow in New Jersey. I hope you didn't get more. I hope you didn't get more than like 5 inches of snow. Hey, Jonathan Richards is here. What's up, Jonathan Richards? Good to see you. Hope you're well. We're just doing a test stream tonight. We were testing out the network on the beach. We were doing a live stream of the sunset. Hey, Mount Up 716 says we got a little over a foot of snow in Buffalo, New York. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, I mean, here in southern Florida, we have a little bit of winter weather too. It's about 66 degrees out and a little bit windy. Lady O says, yep, we got snow, but then it rained, washed it most away. The Jersey Shore still has a little bit of snow. Okay, I think we're gonna run into some buffering here. So this is a bakery from Argentina. Very good stuff, very good pastries right here, called Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires Bakery right here. Very good spot. Jonathan A says, I'd take 66 over 19 here. Hey, D. May Burke E. This is over a foot of snow in the Toronto area. Yeah, I heard about that. Toronto's been having a crazy amount of snow. I don't know if I could deal with that, but maybe I'll visit Toronto when it's not snowing, maybe in the summer, the spring. We'll see. Hey, Murky says, for a state that has no income tax, pretty incredible how clean it is compared to New York City, which has insane taxes. Yeah, Murky, that's the probably the number one thing that I noticed when I came down here to Miami, is just how clean everything is. I was really, really surprised. The streets are clean, everything is pretty much in good shape, honestly. Hey, the Swan is here. What's up, the Swan? Good to see you. Lupe says, I barely got 3 inches of snow. That's good, Lupe. Max Runner 93 says, I agree about the trash as well. Well, in New York City, we are getting a brand new mayor. Well, not getting, we have a brand new mayor. Mayor Eric Adams. So we'll see. Hey, Cuban says, hey, Tom in chat. Sometimes I miss Jersey, but definitely don't miss the snow. Indeed. I miss some parts of Jersey too. You know, during the pandemic, I would take the PATH train to Hoboken, and Hoboken was a really, really fun place. You know, I really liked Hoboken, New Jersey when I was there. Hey, Anonymous Dudes, as always, love the scene is calling me. Good to see you, Anonymous. So the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ all sold off today. I think Q1 and Q2 are going to be very negative for the markets. And then we should have a pretty decent pickup after the midterm elections. Hey, I see Chris here. Says, Tom, why does New York City put bags of trash on the sidewalk? I think it's because we don't have access to alleyways. So a lot of the alleyways, like they have in other cities, like here in Miami, there's not many in New York. So it's just easier for people to put the trash on the sidewalk, which is unfortunate. Yeah, Penelope says, funny how we are mostly praying for the snow in South Beach, in the South. Yeah, everybody gets excited. It's the same here. Everybody wants to throw on a winter jacket once it turns 60 degrees out. Yeah, Max Runner 93 says, in my take, I think 2022 is going to be difficult with inflation. I agree. So I want to make a left here. I want to show you guys these 2 apartment buildings, but we may start to buffer. So I just wanted to preface that. So all of these apartment buildings here are right on the water. Devon Avery says, good evening, Tom. What's up, Devon Avery? So these are luxury high-rises here. And during the day, this looks beautiful, overlooking the water here in North Beach. Very clear blue water. Probably some of the cleanest beaches I've ever seen is right here in Florida. Hey, Alan Wilson, this is plus it's easier for the rats to dive rather than having to crawl into the dumpster. You're right. Hey, Devon Avery, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well, Devon Avery. And maybe we'll be able to see some of the cats. There's always a lot. Park. We got a nice Tesla here. So both of these apartment buildings are overlooking the water here, right on the beach. Hey, MaxRon93 says, I will be back going to watch the Falcon launch. So it looks like there's like a moon rise right here. It looks like the moon is, that's like the coolest thing I've ever seen. In person, this, yeah, I think we're gonna start buffering there a little bit. Yeah, there's a very weak signal there, but I wish I could show you guys. I mean, it looks Hold on, you gotta see this. It looks like the moon is rising from the ocean. It looks crazy. Scott, I wonder if you have a camera lens where you could probably capture that pretty good. Yeah, Tanya S says that's an awesome scene. I wish I could give you guys a closer look. Way too much. I don't think the Devon Avery says, where are you? We're testing out North. This is Collins Avenue, A1A, and 69th Street. Lyric Eric says, what is the cost of one of those high-rise apartments? Well, those right on the water could be well in excess of $1 million. As crazy as that sounds. But if you want to rent something like that, it's probably, you know, maybe for a studio or a one bedroom, you know, $2,500 to $3,000 a month. Hey, Great Walk, good to see you. From Argentina, good to see you, Great Walk. I've done that before, Great Walk, don't worry about it. I've definitely done that before. Yes, NMB 45 says, Tom, I keep reading that Visa and MasterCard are investing heavily into the crypto infrastructure. They are going out of business if they don't. I agree. You know, it's either adapt or you're going to die. Every single company in the world always faces disruption, right? And I think this is sort of the similar thing that we're seeing with EVs. You know, just look at General Motors and Ford. They have very lofty targets and lofty goals to be able to produce 100% of all their vehicles are supposedly supposed to be EVs by 2029. And I think over the long term, traditional banks are going to be in trouble by decentralized finance. I think traditional investment banking, capital creation, the way capital formation is done, is going to be disrupted as well. Software, and more financial institutions are supporting crypto. Yeah, I am a bull on cryptocurrencies over the long term, more specifically Bitcoin and the like, and Ethereum. Murky says now all transactions of $600 are recorded and sent to the IRS by third-party payment processors. They're just pushing people more and more into crypto. Agreed. Yeah, Murky, I agree with you 100%. Seven says, Tom, what would be the best investment of $10,000? Well, I think, to give you a very blunt answer, there's not much you could do with $10,000, right? What you want to do is you want to be able to think extremely long-term down the road. So what do I mean by that? You shouldn't be thinking about the $10,000 you have right now. What you should be thinking is, how could I leverage my skills within the marketplace to trade that for currency, hopefully a lot of it, to increase my income over time. And focus on one specific stream of revenue, and then focus on investing that. But if you pour all of your time and energy thinking about what am I going to do with 10 grand, you got to open your mind to more expansionary thinking than that. What I would do is, ask yourself, what are you good at? Are you a software engineer? I would pour all of my time into being the best software engineer I could be. So you can go work at a place like Google or Meta Systems or Facebook or Microsoft or whatever, where they would pay you hundreds of thousands of dollars a year for your specific skill. And then and make concentrated bets in specific investments, right? So I would just ask yourself, whatever you're good at, I would spend the $10,000 on enhancing my skills so I could increase in. For you, maybe you're an incredible salesperson, right? So maybe you want to, or whatever it is, right? You could say that across anything. Maybe you're a doctor. Maybe you're a lawyer. I would invest that into, leveraging, whether it be a job, a business you start, into increasing your specific income to a point where you're bringing in so much money you can make large concentrated bets in specific things, whether it be equities or real estate or whatever, or even in your own business. I think a lot of people make a mistake by focusing on a very small amount of money and trying to turn that small amount of money into a large amount of money when they could be focusing on bettering themselves at a specific skill in order to develop a long-term career or something like that. So that's what I would say. So we are still walking southbound on Collins Avenue. Hey, Sarah G says, get into a better community where you have more opportunities, says Sarah G. Hey, Collins is watching from Yellowknife, NWT, Canada. It was negative 40 degrees today. Oh my God, dude. That is way too freezing for me. Cynthia Martinez, good to see you. Jared says, Kathy Wood thinks Ford and GM are in a bubble. Interesting. Miss Bash says, I know you're not into meme stocks, but did you at least get a free AMC NFT? Free is free. So I did not, but maybe I'll check into that for a kick. Hemp Lords is sound advice. Hey, British Gray, good to see you from Tampa, Florida. The Austin Tennis is hola, Tom. What is going on, Austin Tennis? Good to see you. Colin says, just came here to see what Miami looked like. It is frigid here. Well, Colin, we are going to be back in New York where it's frigid, unfortunately. Anonymous dude said, invest in self, be an expert, make stuff. Seven says, I'm 55 and gifted my daughter the $10,000. I will pass the info on to her. You know, because a lot of the times, I guess what I'm trying to warn against is, you know, a lot of people think, oh, I have $10,000 and I'm going to try to turn this $10,000 into $1 million. Right? And then what happens is they start to fall for a lot of these online internet schemes about, you know, make $400 a day trading penny stocks and all this nonsense. And it is nonsense. So what I would do is be realistic. You're not going to turn $10,000 into millions of dollars, but you can leverage that $10,000 to make the highest probability bet for success. So becoming better at a specific skill. You know, maybe you want to pick up another coding language. Maybe you want to, you know, maybe you have a startup business. Maybe you want to hire somebody else. Or whatever it is, I would focus on trying to, whatever career field you're in, try to ratchet up your income level as much as possible, so then you can make large concentrated bets down the line. I wouldn't focus on turning a little bit of money into a lot, but that's sort of my view. NMB045 says, if decentralized finance obliterates traditional banks, then I guess bank stocks would be in trouble. Yes. Oh, so this is the Monte Carlo. I think this is a very famous place here. Seven says, thank you. She needed to hear that from you. She wanted a get rich quick type of thing. Yeah, trust me, it's all nonsense. It's all nonsense. So a lot of the times, and that's why I think I'm gonna stop running advertisements on my channel, because I've been noticing that a lot of the advertisements that pop up on my channel are the charlatan stock trading gurus, supposedly, and like real estate guys, and they're all charlatans. And I don't want that stuff being promoted because it's all nonsense. None of these guys are really making any money trading the financial markets. They only make money selling you courses and things like that. And as somebody who's been around finance my entire career and has worked at some of the largest tech companies in America, I can tell you with certainty that it is all nonsense, utter nonsense. You know, I have very good friends of mine that I went to college with who work in sales and trading at the largest investment banks, who are quantitative funds, and I could tell you all the stuff you see on YouTube about, you know, day trading and this, it's all nonsense. So I would just stay away from that. Car here. Yeah, Sarah G, nursing school is great. Nursing is a fantastic career, especially in New York. New York has a shortage of nurses. Hey, Travel Cam guys, says greetings from Maryland. Expecting more snow Friday, but I'm headed to Orlando this week. Well, I hope you have a good time here in Florida. It's supposed to be a little bit colder than usual. Austin Tennis. Hey, the Austin Tennis, how are you liking pager duty so far? Are you finished with all your training? Anonymous dude says, Tom, you're on fire tonight, bro. Great insights. The Swan, good to see you. The Swan is joining us from Ireland. Hey, Kaz R says, what is the weather like? It's actually quite cold here in southern Florida. It's actually quite cold. Samantha J says, very. Hey, Devon Avery says, I am in healthcare and oversee 16 special care clinics, and I've been in the healthcare industry for over 27 years. Wow, that's awesome, dude. So Devon Avery, maybe you can give us a little bit of insight about what you're seeing. Have things been, like, what are the COVID protocols at your specific company? Have you been losing a lot of people due to mandates and things like that? Because I think a lot of the times when we hear, you know, the news about mandates on mainstream media, I think a lot of that stuff can be a little bit overblown. So I think it'd be interesting to hear it from your perspective that actually works there every day. Jared, that's so true, man. That's funny. Yeah, and I'm not saying that everybody who sells a specific product about something is a charlatan. I'm just saying and I think you would be much better off, you know, learning the real, you know, how to evaluate companies and, you know, focusing on your career and things like that. Hey, Jamil, what's up? Says, good night from Sao Paulo, Brazil. What's up, Jamil? Good to see you. Hey, Jason FTO says, hey, Tom, where is your skate? It's coming back very soon. So to be determined. We are unofficially retired from skateboarding, but we will bring it back very soon. But good to see you, FTO. Well, let me read that comment. I'm intrigued. Chris says, my brother is an RN. Staff is so short, they are paying him $171 an hour for overtime. Wow. Well, I mean, they deserve definitely every single penny of that. Yeah, it normally is. Yeah, but nursing is a great career, especially in large cities like New York. You know, you can make a very, very nice living. So we are walking Collins Avenue tonight. Very quiet night. Bull here. What's up, Mighty Bull? I hope you are well and enjoying your Tuesday. Hey, the Great Walk says, yes, let's get the skateboard back. It's coming back. We may be on the skateboard this weekend in New York City. Maybe, tentative. So supposedly we're supposed to get a big snowstorm in New York right when I'm flying in. So hopefully my flight doesn't get canceled. Hey, Penelope says, that is why we are here, Tom, to hear you teach us. You guys teach me a lot. I think I learn more from you guys than you learn from me. Check out this condominium overlooking the water here. The Swan, what do you think of this one? Hey, Veronica says, greetings from Lima. What is going on, Veronica? Yeah, Devon Avery's is traveling financially. And I mean, I think they deserve every penny of it too. In my view. Hey, Juan Suarez, is to bourbon or not bourbon? That is the question. Hey, Robert is here, says, wow, nice building. Good evening, Robert. Shot by Scott, no, I don't think that truly decentralized cryptocurrency, in my view, is Bitcoin, due to its network of miners. So this is the Casablanca. I think we are going to hit a dead spot here, everybody. Okay, what about now? Is the buffering gone? We may be in for some rough patches here. So this is another very cool building here. This is the Casablanca. And we are still walking Collins Avenue. Hey, Koala is here. Says, can we see you for a quick second? If you want to see me, if you click the link in the description to my IG, I do have my face on there. But Koala, good to see you. Tanya S says, so many beautiful buildings in Miami. Sally's here, says, beautiful building, Tom. Broadway. This is fantastic, the idea. Penelope, good to have you here. The Swan from Ireland says, perfect, Tom. The Austin Tennis says, is Sits and Wall Street still unveiling this week? Yeah. What do you mean by that, Austin? But Austin, give us an update on PagerDuty. I'm intrigued to see how you like PagerDuty. Hey, Gene says North Beach is much more of a residential area than South Beach. Yeah, Gene, I spend the majority of my time in North Beach. I really enjoy North Beach a lot. So if you look right here, I actually stayed at this hotel back in 2014. I'll show you guys. I stayed right in here, right there. Pretty nice place, very close to the beach. All of these buildings here are right on the water. Jay says, you were a teenager then. I was. Ah, good times. And I think I actually stayed here too. I think this is a Hilton. Let's see, I think this is a Hilton here. This is the Hilton. This is a really nice Hilton here. I stayed here a couple times as well. And I think to the right are, I think, residential condominiums. Hey, photos from around the 1.46 miles on the treadmill. Awesome, dude. Keep killing it. Get the road work in. Love to hear that. Jay says, what street? This is Collins Avenue. So if you guys listen closely, you can hear all the birds. This is exactly how it sounds at my house. Sabrina Fair, they are parakeets. Yes, parakeets. Jace is Collins in what? Let me take a look at the street sign. But I believe we are near 50, I want to say 53rd. Let me see. We'll have to take a look. This is another nice hotel, 6080 Design Hotel. Anonymous Dudes is incredibly charming Miami. Ah, sunshine after rain, it's a soothing sound. Hope you had a good day today. Sunshine after rain. The building coming up here has an incredible waterfall. You guys will be able to see it. Chris says, I remember when I was a little gal, my grandma would feed her wild. She was in Tampa. Interesting. Hey, Kaylee says, would you ever go to 163rd Street Mall in Aventura? We will. And I actually live pretty close there too. I live pretty close to Aventura Mall. Alejandro says, love the waterfalls too. Hey Zilch. What's up, Zilch? Good to see you. Yeah, this building here has an incredible waterfall. Ah, with parakeets. Very cool, Chris. NG says, fun fact, I have a phobia of birds. No way. Well, check out this building. Look at how unique this looks. Hey, Miguel Gonzalez is here. What's up, Miguel? Good to see you. We are walking southbound on Collins Avenue. And we are in the North Beach Resort Historic District tonight. Alejandro says, wish I lived there. I live in Cancun, but Miami is next level. Well, Cancun is beautiful. Hey, Blessed 876, it looks a lot quieter than South Beach. This is an extremely quiet neighborhood. Not a lot of party goers, mainly it's only residential. I sort of compare it to the Upper West Side of Manhattan. Very similar people. Hey, Ed Potke is here, says hi Tom, strange looking building. Indeed it is. Ed is joining us from Corning, New York. What's up, Ed? Vinny Castellano says, do you think Amazon will replace Walmart for good? I do not think that. I actually am pretty bullish on Amazon. I'm actually pretty bullish on Walmart over the long term. Yeah, NG says it's pretty much the same people from the Upper West Side. Ed says it looks warm there. So for Southern Florida, it's about 68 degrees. Yes, Sarah G says, just saw Walmart is getting into the metaverse. So what I think we're going to start to see is a lot more companies, especially like Walmart and Target, creating virtual shopping experiences for their guests. So you'll actually be able to take a tour of your local Walmart right on your VR headset, maybe your Oculus, or even your Apple glasses. You'll be able to buy products and services, shop in the aisles, just like you would as you were there. And then you're probably going to have delivery services actually bring it right to your house. So I am very bullish on the metaverse. And I think in the most major piece of metaverse news so far, you know, Microsoft just announced a major acquisition today of the one and only Activision Blizzard, which is a video game company. Ooh, check this out. This looks fancy here. Hey. Good to see you, David. Yeah, photos from around New York, you make a great point. You could also, you know, order online, pick up in store. NMB045 says Walmart is also implementing a Bitcoin infrastructure, so I'm not worried about Walmart. Yeah, I'm bullish on Walmart and Target as well for the long term. So I want to show you one of my favorite looking buildings here. Hey, shot by Scott. We'll see you in the next one. Good to see you, Scott. I believe this is I don't know if it's a Japanese or a Chinese residence, but we're gonna check it out. I'm gonna show you guys because it looks beautiful there. I'll show you. So this sort of looks like a Spanish style, doesn't it? Alejandro's is so classy. Sunshine After Rain is lovely. Sunshine After Rain, you have to check this out. This building is one of my favorite buildings in all of Miami in regards to condominium type buildings, not sort of office space. I sort of like it almost as much as the 1000 Museum. You have to check it out. It's coming up right to your left here. It is Japanese, I believe. It is beautiful, beautiful building. Check out the entrance here. And every single floor is its own apartment. So I'm not sure what it is, but the address is 5875 Collins Avenue. War Walker says go inside. We'll probably get tackled if we go inside. But it is just an amazing building. And this is the building we were just at with the waterfall right here. Yeah, it's amazing here. Hey, Scrub is here, says it's Chinese. Thank you for that, Scrub. Sarah G says a luxury condominium. Yeah, I really like the outer facade on it. I almost like it as much as 1000 Museum. Hey, Mets fans is headed to Brickell tonight. Not tonight. So tonight was just a test stream. We were testing out the cellular service in North Beach. We were watching the sunset over there. And we briefly covered Microsoft's acquisition of Activation Blizzard, thus pushing further into the metaverse. Hey, Penelope says, Tom, you absolutely have to watch a YouTube video. Thousands of Amazon UPS packages stolen off cargo trains in downtown Los Angeles. I did see that, Penelope. You know, I actually posted that on my IG. I was reading about it in the Wall Street Journal. I couldn't believe it. It's mind-blowing to see. You're right, Penelope. It is crazy. Hey, Jared says Activation Blizzard's Call of Duty Modern Warfare earned over $600 million within the first 3 days of release in 2019. Wow. Look, as we've been talking about on the streams, I am bullish Microsoft for their Azure platform. And I'm also bullish Microsoft as they further break into the metaverse. Wow, check out this building here. Beautiful. Alejandro once says, are you on Twitter? Yeah, so I put all of the links to my social media in the description of this video. So if you want to look in the description of the video, I'll have my Twitter, my IG, and also you could sign up for the free Behind the Street newsletter that I write every via email to over 300 people. Wow, this building is beautiful too. Yeah, very well lit building too. Hey, George Lopez, what is going on, George Lopez? Hey, Jeff is here. What's up, Jeff? Says, good evening, Tom, from Altoona, Pennsylvania. Welcome. So one of the things I like about Miami is that all the big luxury apartment buildings always have a really nice, well-lit sign out front. This building looks cool too. So Jamie Dimon is the CEO of JP Morgan Chase. And JP Morgan reported earnings on Friday. And Jamie Dimon thinks that the Federal Reserve is going to raise interest rates 7 times this year. I don't think I agree with him about 7 times, but I do think that come March of 2022, the Federal Reserve will be raising interest rates at least 1 time. And I think the markets are actually going to respond quite positively. I think that what we're seeing now, a lot of this sell-off in the financial markets, are a way for markets to price in interest rate hikes. So markets are a forward-looking indicator. And oftentimes what happens is a lot of these, or financial markets, well before an event happens, they already price this stuff in. So I don't think we're going to see quite 7 rate hikes, but we will see probably 1 or 2. But this will do absolutely nothing. This will do absolutely nothing to fight inflation. 0. NMB 04045 is trying to boost up his business by saying that, don't you think? Yeah, I mean, you definitely have a point because, you know, oftentimes when interest rates are rising, that's actually positive for banks, because that means banks can lend out money at higher rates and make higher margins. Take a look at the clouds behind this building. It really, the building being white really pops with the contrast. Hey, Jay is here, says, hey Tom, we are here in Harpenden, United Kingdom, watching your brilliant stream. Hey, what's up, Jay? I gotta visit the UK one of these days, you know, hopefully after the whole COVID pandemic, make my way around the world. But good to see you, Jay. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Hey, Sam Pod says, Will higher interest rates mean higher annuity payout? In select circumstances, it really just depends on how your investments are set up. Sort of exposure is to specific fixed income investments. Ooh, I said I was only going to be on for an hour doing a test stream. We're coming up on an hour and a half. We'll stream for a little bit longer. But this is Collins Avenue. So we're coming up on a really cool area where we're going to be able to see a lot of boats and a lot of big mansions across the water. And here's the bus. And this is the Pavilion, 5601 Collins Avenue. Everything is still lit up, all the palm trees. Sarah G says, thank you for streaming, Tom. No problem, Sarah. Thank you for being here. Q-Biz says, the clouds always seem to hang low in Miami. Judy D says, pretty blue lights. Hey, Max Run 93 says, do the same walk around in other cities like DC. Yeah, so Max, we split our time 50-50 between New York City and Miami. I'm not sure I'll be in DC anytime soon, but we'll definitely be in New York soon. Hey, Traveling New Yorker says, is Miami better than New York now? I mean, I don't think Miami or New York is better than the other. I just think that during the winter, I really enjoy Miami. And then during the spring and summer, I really enjoy New York. I think New York and Miami are two of my favorite places on earth. But Traveling New Yorker, good to see you. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Supposedly, everybody, we're supposed to have a major northeasterner coming up the coast that's supposed to slam right into New York City on Saturday. Unfortunately, Saturday is the day when I'll be flying into JFK. So hopefully my flight doesn't get canceled. We'll see. Hey, Jeff says, Tom, what influenced you to go this path in life? Into sales, like tech sales? I think I just really enjoy being able to travel up and down the Northeast, seeing different clients and making different connections with people. I don't think I could ever hold a back office job where, I'm just pushing paperwork around. I don't think that's really my personality. My personality is more along the lines of visiting different C-level executives of businesses, getting to know and understand their business, and really trying to act as their trusted advisor and consultant when they're looking to roll out different technology products across their infrastructure. So I think being able to network with people, expand my network, and see my hard work pay off and actually increase the efficiencies and operations of different businesses is really intriguing to me, and I love it. So I hope to continue down that path. Hey, we got Frank Gonzalez here. What's up, Frank? This is Tom. All airline CEOs are extremely worried about 5G deployment. It affects radio signals on aircrafts, flight safety concern. Yeah, I mean, so there's a big fight, I think, with the Federal Aviation Commission and a lot of the telecom companies. But from all the evidence that I've seen, it really doesn't affect it that much. So I think it's a big non-issue in my view. But then again, if anybody has some real insights into that, I would love to know your opinions and thoughts on it. So we're coming up, we're going to be able to see some crazy boats here. There's going to be unbelievable yachts, and right across the water are unbelievable mansions. And I wish it was sunny out because you guys would be able to see it a little bit better. Hey, Roy S. says, thank you for the latest edition of the newsletter, Tom, and enjoying the story about house hunting on Long Island. Hey, Roy S., thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Roy. Thank you for reading, taking the time out of your day to read my work. It means a lot. I put a lot of effort into it and I enjoy it, so thank you for saying that, Roy. So everybody, Alejandro 1 is joining us from Cancun, Mexico, which is awesome. Cancun is a great place. A lot of American tourists often frequent Mexico. Hey, Wesley West, what's up? This is good news. There are more Wawa locations coming to Miami, more specifically in Myanmar. Ah, cool. Hialeah and North Lauderdale. Wesley West, what's up? Good to see you. Hey, Blade Runner says, I'm American in Athens, Greece right now. Well, I hope you're having a good time. This plant right here, I believe is called Calusia. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. But I bought a lot of these plants for my house. So I'm planting these all along the side of my house to make a little bit of a barrier. So I'll be sure to post some photos to show you guys how it came out. Wesley West says, I'm doing good, awesome. Hey, James Tigers is waiting for the Gamma Squeeze to 100 plus. Promised by AMC Apes. Under 19 now. Many made money and are losing money now. Interesting to see what happens. Yeah, so I mean, I've always held steadfast that, you know, I really don't think it's worth anybody's time to invest or buy AMC or any of these meme stocks. I think it's all utter nonsense. But, you know, if you want to have a kick and have a laugh, you know, go for it. But I haven't really been paying attention to it. But there's some real diehard people that really love the stock. So I guess more power to them. Okay, everybody, I want to show you this mansion here. But we got to be careful crossing the street because we are in Florida. And the Florida drivers, let's just say, well, I'll bite my tongue on that. Hey, NYU, good to see you. Chris says, I joined your newsletter and IG yesterday too, Tom, and shared on Facebook. Hey, Chris, thank you for that, Chris. James Tiger says, I agree. James, it's good to see you. John says, hello from Venice, Italy. Wow, love Italy. Thomas Brady says, do you see much potential risk of the price of Ethereum dropping after impending upgrade? So the only two cryptocurrencies that I have exposure to is Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think the vast majority of the other alternative coins or the altcoins, a lot of them, you know, allegedly, I can't say with certainty because I don't want to get sued. But I suspect a lot of them to be pump and dump style schemes. And I actually think down the pike, a lot of people that are soliciting these alternative coins are either going to be hit with extreme fines or even jail time. And, you know, we were talking about this a couple streams ago when, you know, the likes of Kim Kardashian and Floyd Mayweather were promoting different cryptocurrencies. What happens, they are going to get sued or even go to jail. And look what happened over the course of the past week. A slew of lawsuits across the board to all of these cryptocurrency promoters. Floyd Mayweather and Kim Kardashian are going to be in some very, very hot water. So stay away from that nonsense. I've seen it all too many times. But me personally, long term, I am bullish on Bitcoin and Ethereum only. So my phone is going to die. It's on 10% battery, but I want to show you guys some of these amazing houses across the water here. So we'll zoom in on this one. Check it out. Hey, Audi 1996, good to see you. So all along the intercoastal here, you're going to see extreme mega mansions. And these are so many very beautiful houses to look at. He will go out on one of the docks here. Hopefully we don't buffer. Let me know if in the chat if you guys could see the homes across the water here. I'm not sure how well it's going to come out, being that it is dark out. QBiz is very nice indeed. All right, let's zoom in on this one, but my phone is going to die. It's on 10% battery. So if you enjoyed the stream tonight, feel free to like the video and subscribe. If you are new, we will be back in New York on Saturday, unfortunately, but we'll just have to make do with what we can. Yeah, these homes are gorgeous here. Yeah, QBiz says, Tom, you should visit Star Island. I wish. Mount Ups is just beautiful. Judy D says, thank you so much as always, Tom. This is a lovely view. Thank you, Judy D. Penelope, thank you for joining. So I promised before we go back to New York, I'm going to do a stream during the day because you're going to be able to see a bunch of manatees. So I'll show you what the manatees look like. During the day, you see a ton of these manatees swimming around, and there's the adult manatees and the baby ones too, and they're beautiful to check out. You see dolphins coming in and out. So we are definitely going to do a stream this week during the day, either in downtown Miami or right here, and hopefully we'll get a glimpse of some dolphins and things like that. But we will sign off, everybody. We are going to be creating a second YouTube channel called Behind the Street. I'm going to link it in the description very soon, and that is going to be mainly an audio podcast of the Behind the Street newsletter, so you guys will be able to, if you don't want to read the Behind the Street newsletter, you will be able to listen to it. And we will be doing some behind the desk streams where I will be streaming behind my desk in the office, talking about finance, chatting, and networking. So please stay tuned for that. Dan says, thanks again for the great conversation. Hey, Dan, thank you for joining. GGMYC. Laytha, good to see you. Happy Tuesday, Laytha. Hope you're having a great week so far. We were checking out the sunset tonight on the stream. The Swan says, there's a beautiful looking Miami mammal, Tom. Nicholas Persad is here. And MYU says, wow, congrats. Sarah G says, thank you, Tom. Mount Up 716 says, if you haven't given Tom a like, go smash the like button on the stream. They are addicting. Hey, Mount Up 716, I appreciate you very much. So everybody, we're going to end it here. Once again, thank you very much for joining all of our moderators. Thank you. Laytha, good to see you. Audi 1996, Sam Pod, Sarah G, you're the best. Mount Up 716. Laytha, have a good one. Sunshine After Rain, Penelope, everybody, RJ, have a great night. It is the middle of the week, Wednesday. Tomorrow we are going to be doing an in-depth stream covering all the major financials that reported earnings on Wall Street. If you want an in-depth look of where I think the equities markets are going to go, feel free to check out the Behind the Street newsletter linked in the description. And to the mighty bull, have a good night wherever you are, because there's always a bull market somewhere, and you just need to know where to look. And I will see you all right back here in beautiful sunny Florida tomorrow. Have a good night.